Welcome to a video I have been waiting all UK winter to film. Guys, welcome to a video I have been waiting all UK winter to film. It is going to be all about me getting back into yoga and Pilates, which is like my two favorite forms of exercise at the moment. I'm loving it. I used to be a hardcore gym girl for ages, on that hardcore gym grind every day, but I just felt like there was something missing and I wasn't getting the results that I wanted to see. And then I found yoga and Pilates. Oh, combination.
Some madness and badness. Combination.
Is insane. Let me just tell you, I feel so grateful to be able to get back into it, and I thought I'd take you along with me. I feel like this is the perfect video if you're like reluctant to start and maybe need that little push, or if you're just quite curious about the benefits, or if you're a Pilates girl already, like join me. I'd love one day to like have a little community of people to do this with. When I start working in London, if you're there, you can hit me up and we'll do a workout class together. Anyway, so to start off my Pilates princess era, I registered for a studio near me called CorePlus. And by the way, I did check that my mic is on this time because I filmed the previous video where the mic was off the whole time. Yeah. So you can watch that video here. But I tried to make something good out of it and be quite calm. And I feel like this perfectly relates to this video because yoga has been absolutely transformational in helping me be more relaxed. Like I used to be a hardcore gym girl and I'd listen to like intense rap songs to hype myself up. I'm obsessed with the gym lifestyle. It's helped me through so many phases of my life, get through really like tough emotion. Like I've channeled so many deep emotions into my exercises. But yeah, I still felt like there was something missing. And this is it. So I made a subscription to one of the studios near me. This is not sponsored, but it's Core Plus if you're interested. So that is the studio that I will be attending. I'm going to like bring you along with me to try every single class at the studio. So that's my aim for this month. The deal that I got is an intro offer where you get unlimited mat classes, which includes hot mat Pilates, different yoga classes, and 8 reformer classes, and you have 30 days to use that since you pay. So I started off with my first class doing Yin Yoga, which was incredible. Yin Yoga, bro, if you want the most relaxing, like restorative, gentle workout, this is it. It was perfect for my jet lag. I have always struggled to relax because my mind is so restless, and I felt like this is the answer that I've been seeking from the universe. Like what do I do to regenerate myself but still feel like I'm making progress in some kind of way, because I just cannot sit. I will pack my schedule full, complain about it being full. It's like, girl, do not complain about your plate being full if you came to eat. But then I will still complain about my plate being full. And I think I cannot wait to have a restful, peaceful day. And as soon as I have a day to do nothing, my mind is like, you fell off the grind. Like, what happened to you? You're not doing anything. Let me tell you, this yoga class fixed everything. So let me start off with the principle of Yin Yoga. For those of you who don't know, I didn't actually know what Yin Yoga was before I went. I had only heard about it, so let me educate you all, as well as myself. Yin Yoga is a gentle, slow-paced style of yoga that involves holding poses for a long time. So it can be between 3 to 20 minutes. It's based on Chinese Taoist philosophy and aims to improve flexibility and range of motion. So when someone told me you hold the poses for 3 minutes, I was like, bitch, the fuck? Like, you expect me to hold downward dog for 3 minutes? That ain't happening. Like, ain't nobody holding downward dog for 3 minutes. And then chair pose for 3 minutes? Woof, this might as well be like a hardcore exercise class. Like, if you do yoga, you will know that the poses are already tough as is, holding them for like 5 seconds, let alone 3 minutes. So I was a bit skeptical. I was like, I'm not sure this is the type of yoga for me. I've mainly done vinyasa yoga, so coordinating your movements with your breath, and you only hold things for a short amount of time. So these are types of flow. You could have vinyasa, restorative yoga, power yoga, yin yoga, ashtanga, vinyasa, kundalini yoga, and they're all just referring to the type of flow that is. So they all have like different characteristics of how the practice will take place and things that you would focus on and how long you hold the poses or what kind of poses they involve. I was really pleasantly surprised. The types of poses we were doing were so nice. They made like this perfect stretch in your body where it was so grounding and peaceful, and like I don't know how to describe the holds except like they just felt yummy to my body. Like literally they felt yummy, if I could use one word to describe it. Like, you know, when you get a deep stretch and it's like the most gratifying, like satisfying feeling to your body, that's how it felt. We did poses like child's pose. Oh, child's pose is literally my favorite. So where you like stretch both hands in front. It kind of looks like a frog. I will show some videos of me doing the poses, but they were really lovely. We did like a side stretch, and there was this big foamed like soft pillow that we could use to support our actions. So it felt so good to my body, and it was the perfect like restorative, grounding, calm, peaceful practice. Like my soul felt very relaxed and regenerated. It felt like a meditation as well because we were in the same pose for a while. It really helped to set an intention and like get deeper and deeper into the stretch, which I feel like is difficult when you're doing a normal flow, especially when you get fatigued going through changing through poses. You might not be able to get as deep into one pose as you like, but with this one, you could just feel yourself like sink in deeper and deeper, which was so nice. So I definitely recommend, like, if you're looking for something like a peaceful evening, I could imagine this would be the perfect wind down to a busy day. If you're like a professional and you've done like a hard day at work, this would be the yoga for you. And this is the beautiful thing about yoga, is that because there are so many different kinds, you could pick and choose what works for you that day. Because previously, with my misconception, I thought, oh, if I want to do yoga, I'm going to have like energy. I'm going to have to go to a class and feel strong. But with this one, like maybe if you're on your period, you're feeling down, you're quite exhausted, it felt like an extension of sleep, but me being active. It felt like I was being restored and regenerated. Like, you know, when you're healed in a game, when you're low key being carried in Fortnite and the person who you're with, who is 10 times better than you, who you force to play with you so that you could get your Vicky Royale, comes up to you and holds their hand, and the health bar fills up. That's exactly how this yoga class felt. So that was incredible. I was a happy girl. And it just felt so right in my body being in that class at that time. And that's when I was like, I know I am in the right place. I know I've made the right choice. Because spending that $100, I cannot lie, was a hit to my bank account. But quickly on the topic of health, I really wanted to share like a new approach that I'm taking to my decision making. I'm sharing this because it was never something I consciously thought about. It's helping me make decisions a lot faster as an indecisive person. Multidimensional thinking, the best way I could describe it to you is like making decisions on one level. So I'd only, on like one plane. So I'd only consider like the monetary value of my decision. Here I was giving up $100 and going to the classes. But I watched this one video where the guy was like, zoom out and consider what other impacts like this decision would have. And I started asking myself, what other benefits will this bring to my life and what is the domino effect? I thought I would read you the line where I journaled about this yesterday because I thought I summarized the idea quite coherently and it sounded quite elegant. We'll see, we'll see. And I was thinking of how I'm becoming a lot more aware of my emotions. So I put, this ties into a current fascinating theme I keep reminding myself of: multidimensional thinking, where decisions shouldn't be considered just on one plane, but there are many varying angles and potential domino effects. Asking, does this decision support my higher self and all that implies, such as alignment with internal values and the feeling state that will influence you to enter? Feeling is the secret, a mantra that I hear echoed in my head. I feel like I'm in the midst of a beautiful shift in Australia, with new ways of thinking, beautiful mental frameworks, joy, and love flowing my way. I'm excited for where the universe will guide me next, which I thought was very beautiful. I hope you don't think that is cheesy. I'm just sharing my personal thought because I was in a very happy state last night. My friend is visiting me and staying over with me for a few days, and she brings a lot of joy into my life just by virtue of how much of a positive person she is. So, in other words, when you're making a decision, think about the long term effect this will have on your life. Previously, I used to be quite stingy with money and only think of it on one level, like how much money am I giving up, and only focus on like the transactional aspect of it. But exercising makes such a profound difference in my life. If you are someone who is restless like me, always feels like their head is like buzzing with ideas and cannot relax, investing in like a gym membership or at a studio like this, online classes, I'm encouraging you, if you are thinking about getting a gym membership or a membership to a studio, do it. I wish I had someone tell me this sooner, because deep down you know sometimes that like something will benefit you, but you need that push. I'm here to give you that push. Do the workout class. Action is the best like remedy to overthinking. That is what finally made me like purchase the subscription, and I already felt it confirmed by the world that I was in the correct place when I just felt this overwhelming sense of joy when I went to my first workout class. For your next decision, think about not just what you're like tangibly gaining with the money that you pay, but what greater impact this will lead you. Purchasing this thing, will it bring you extra joy in your life? Would your highest version, the person who you want to become, buy this thing with their money? How would you feel if you had this thing? Would it make you happier in the long term? Or are you just doing it for a short term gain? And what kinds of thoughts would it lead you to have about yourself? That is actually one of the main reasons I wanted to go to the studio, is that I'm surrounded by a lot of like-minded, cool women which inspire me to work out more. They're exactly people who I want to become, and being exposed to them makes me feel like that is possible for me. And I think one of the foundations of being able to achieve anything in your life is belief. Guys, I'm back with my favorite drink, mango smoothie. Let's go. Ah, this shit is banging. I love it. Banana, protein powder, mango, blend that shit up. Oh my god. I'm fully embodying the lifestyle, and I thought this would be the perfect moment to tell you about how my latest class went. I attended the hot Mat Pilates. This is my favorite one out of all of the classes available. This is gonna be a bit of a story time. I booked my class, I was ready to go in my cute workout set, and I catch the bus, which tells me that I'll arrive 10 minutes early, and I just think, wow, look at me being organized and on time for once. Nah, the universe said, nah, babes, you did not get that this time. The universe was like, you thought, bitch. But you thought. There was so much traffic, so I ran to the studio. Call me Leonor, because I'm a messy girl. Guys, I'm really trying to be a clean girl, but I'm a messy girl at heart. I try and cosplay as a clean girl, but I am the girl that runs for the bus. I'm the girl who it be running through the streets. Not that kind of way. I literally be running. She's a runner, she's a track star. I was running to that studio 3 minutes late, and the doors were closed. I was in my mindset. I was ready to do that class, and on the door I see a sign, sorry, no late walk-ins. I feel like with my personality sometimes I can low-key finesse myself out of situations because I can explain what happened, but there was no finessing myself out of this situation. There just wasn't anyone there. So I was feeling defeated, but I've been working on that growth mindset. You saw the other video. You can watch it, how I stay happy. And I was like, okay, I have to embody this new version of myself. What would she do? So I searched up the closest studio near me, and luckily it turned out there was a class that I could join that I could perfectly arrive in time for. But this time, I was like, I'm gonna learn from my mistakes. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, fuck the peace signs. Load the chopper, make it rain on you. So I learned my lesson. I got there early, and I did not book into the class. I thought I would just book in at the desk. Queen, you thought. You thought. Mm-mm. The subscription is not for all studios. So I show up to another studio and I cannot book in. Luckily, the lady at the desk saw the desperation and pain in my eyes, and she allowed me to go. And usually I feel like these studios are full of very understanding, cool girls. Like the aesthetic of these studios is like they are not gonna turn you away. It's like very much, it feels like a girls' club, and that's kind of why I joined as well. Like a very nice community of girls. So I was a happy girl. I got to do my Mat Pilates class, but that shit was intense. I thought the drama that I had gone through was a lot. The class itself, ooh, they were working out every part. We started off with shoulders, doing overhead presses. And the thing with these classes, if you go choose a low weight. Like, I'm not trying to underestimate you. I was pushing like 10, 12 kg for overhead dumbbell press in the gym to get the guns. But at these classes, it's high volume, low weight. I scaled down to 3 kg on those. Like, it quickly humbles you because it's high volume, so I'd recommend go lower than you would usually expect, at least at the beginning whilst you're warming up. I'm a big fan of the burn that I get from workout classes because I'm like, okay, the muscles are growing, they're coming, but like it's not fun to be super sore. I've had days where I couldn't sit down on my butt, and I'm like, okay, maybe we overdid it a little bit. After arms, we moved on to legs, where we were doing a lot of glute focus exercises, my fave, and like fire hydrant kicks. We were using a resistance band, and I think this really helps to feel the burn. So, the way that they describe the class is combining traditional Pilates principles with low impact cardio to elevate heart rate and increase your cardiovascular fitness. I'm not a cardio girly, but I love my Mat Pilates classes. Through that, I feel like I have been able to achieve the effect of the slim, thick build. Like, I'm working on that. That's my goal. But I can feel myself coming into that body. That's what he said. Um, okay. Sorry. Oh, too much. Okay. My stomach bloats a lot, but with these classes, I can actually feel my core engaged and like I'm working my abs, which is brilliant. If you truly focus like engaging your core, you will feel every exercise. I think watching the class, you'd think it's easy, but when you're in the pose, if you set an intention to engage your core, it's like, oof, you feel the burn. And I have to explain like a principle to you. Make sure to like tuck your stomach in, like engage your core, because sometimes when you're on all fours, um, people let their back droop. You're meant to have a flat back and then tuck in your stomach. And also when you're doing your bridge lifts, you're meant to roll down vertebra vertebra by vertebra. Vertebra. Okay. So that you really feel that spinal articulation as you go down, and that is what like gets into those ab muscles, like really gets them going. And I think that's what was helping transform my physique, because it's a type of intentional exercise that I've never done. It's very easy whilst lifting to like let your form drop, especially if you're trying to push yourself. But with these, since it's mostly body weight bands or low weights, you can really feel each exercise deeply, and I think that deeply helps me. The other part of this that I need to tell you about is a hot part. The hot mat Pilates doesn't just refer to the girls in this class. It is in a heated room, which at the start is really calming when everyone's like settling in, doing their like light stretches. They really ease you in at this studio, which I love. We'll usually sit in a meditative pose at the start and set an intention for the class, which I think is super important no matter what exercise you are doing. But once you start going, oh my god, I was sweating. Like, you would have thought I was iced out. The way my neck was absolutely dripping onto the mat. Luckily, they lent me a towel to place on the mat, but that towel was drenched. I came home and you would have thought I had gone to the beach for an hour. The way that I was like so sweaty. Although it was just the heat, it made me feel like I had the best workout ever. Felt like all the negative energy and weight was melting off of me. If you like to lean more into the spiritual side of like exercise and feeling, I think that's when you can truly make more progress in your journey. I think a lot of people start off with more shallow goals, which there's nothing wrong with that. That is definitely me on some level still. I am doing it for the aesthetics of it. But then as you get more deeper, you realize what a profound impact it makes on you mentally to exercise. And with the hot room, it just felt like I was melting away all the weight and negative energy off of me. And going back to the intention, it's a beautiful visualization and intention to have of you like sweating away all the pain and like letting it leave your system. So at the end, I just felt like a happier, lighter version of myself. Lastly, I wanted to say that a lot of people, when they think of Pilates, instantly think of reformer and want to go for the reformer. But in my opinion, this is the best way to begin because you can really nail down the basics and get to know your body and the poses that work for it before you jump into using a machine. I'm surprised to say this, but I think I prefer it over the reformer Pilates just because it's so simple. All you need is a mat. You could even do the exercises at home. One of the main reasons I wanted to go to the studio is I'm surrounded by a lot of like-minded, cool women, which inspire me to work out more. They are the people who I want to become, and being exposed to them makes me feel like that is possible for me. And I think one of the foundations of being able to achieve anything in your life is belief. And so many entrepreneurs and gurus go on about this, and it's well, my mic just cut out, but I thought I would continue like this. I'd hate it when I'd watch a video by someone and they'd be like, how to make £1,000,000, and then they're like, step number 1, believe in yourself. I'm like, shut up. Like, that is not why I'm watching the video. Like, just tell me how to become a millionaire. Tell me exactly what you did. But the more I lean into self-improvement, the more I'm like, it's so true. Like, they say it for a reason. Belief is the first step of manifesting and causing actual genuine change in your life. If you keep doing something and you don't have that foundation, you are going to keep doubting yourself because of the way like your program, because deep down you don't actually think you can do it. You will find inner ways to sabotage yourself. That is why a lot of people's resolutions fail, because deep down they haven't like accepted the fact that they can be this new person. Like, you can allow yourself to be this new person. Maybe it's like from fear of judgment of other people. I had that with like starting this channel. I was like, oh my god, people are gonna like, what are people gonna think about me posting myself online? Like, they're gonna have opinions. They're gonna think like, what if they think I look stupid on camera? But then the more I lean into it, and that's where like the taking action part comes in to support the beliefs of your new identity, the more I keep doing it, the more I'm like, I actually genuinely deeply believe that I can do it. And that's the shift that you need. And that's oh my god, this is meant to be a video about yoga and Pilates, but like it's deep. It goes deep. But it goes deep. Like, I guess I have a lot on my mind to say. Yeah. As soon as you like truly believe you can do something, your mind will find a way. That phrase that's like, where there's a will, there's a way. I used to have a Will who lived in my flat in first year of university. Hi Will. He's probably not watching this, but like, nevertheless. So there's my little ramble.